What's going down, dudes? Happy weekend to each and every one of you. Last time out, we were busy being all Norwegian and awesome and using our aircraft to keep Hermann Goering and all these nerds out of our airspace. We did pretty well, actually. We managed to maintain control by and large over our own airspace. However, that's beginning to fail us now, simply because of the attrition. We can't replace what we lose as quickly as our opponents can, and I was kind of hoping that the fact they've got this massive front, I mean huge front, to worry about, and operations in the north of Italy, and operations in Denmark, that I thought that maybe they kind of let us get away with it, but no. It seems they still have enough excess capacity to cause us real trouble. It's raining, snowing over Britain. That might cause some problems, although they do have some radar running. That's cool. Man, I wish we had all that going on. Nevertheless, we are still awesome, incredibly so. We have a very sweet Dr. Evil style James Bond villain mountain airbase with no aircraft in it, but we'll sort that out soon enough. And we have some mountain divisions kicking around ready to be problematic. I think that's fair. Be problematic. That's Swedish Air Force. Okay, so Sweden have got some aircraft in the air. That's interesting. Presumably they're expecting to run into a few cheeky problems with Goering's lot. Nevertheless, we have the German Navy causing some serious problems down here. It doesn't look like Denmark's particularly well prepared. Yeah, the Germans have taken control of most of, let's call it, the Danish mainland. The islands are still relatively free and easy. But I don't know if they're going to hold out there. If that falls, we have a pretty serious problem, in that our navy has received quite a bit more of a kicking than I'd anticipated. What I might do, actually, is bring all these dudes back to base. Oh, it doesn't have access there, apparently. Okay, we'll instead move our operations entirely into this region. So how about you come do your thing down here? Apparently that's not working for some reason. I don't know why we don't have... We lost a submarine to a naval bomber. That's super not cool. And it seems a lot of shiz is going down over the English Channel. But that sounds about right. Got some Spits or some Hurricanes there. No, Spits because of the wing shape. Nerdy. And some BF-109s. The classic showdown. I think that's an FW-190. Living the dream. Right. We will unpause to allow things to happen. So, Finland have once again, as in history, managed to make the Soviets think again. So, embarrassing for the Soviets, but good news for us. Very good news for us. Our border with them is pretty minuscule anyway, but the last thing we needed was them taking control of Finland, because then that would give them ideas about us and Sweden. What we really want to do is to continue and try and bolster. It was primarily Australia up here before, but it seems the Brits have taken the lead now, along with a South African and a Belgian brigade as well. Some Hungarians kicking it up here too. They've got heavy fighters in the air, naval bombers, all kinds of dangerous and interesting things that make me worried. We've largely pulled our air operations back to Norway on the basis that, well, the attrition again, to be honest. We were performing operations over here, and over here, but despite the fact we were making the biggest contribution we were capable of, an evacuation of Allied forces still took place, and now we just had no support on the ground at all. We had no support from other Allied air forces, and we were getting our butts kicked. So we're going to have everyone over southern Norway or the Baltic. That's what we want. Let's take a look at production. Sorry, construction. Another military factory is due to open on the 13th of July 1941, so we have quite a while to go. But that does open up another production line which we can use to replenish the aircraft that we are obviously losing at an alarming rate. Over on the research front, we have a strategic bomber and naval bomber level 2 being assembled, and we're also getting some air doctrine, some concentrated industry, just to try and offset the fact that we are severely lacking factories still compared to our opponents. It seems our navy is causing some problems down here, but not enough to actually win anything. Yeah, 2 threats versus 3, outcome currently undecided. I've got a feeling it'll be decided very, very, very soon indeed. Yeah, I would bail if I was you, mate. Honestly. Can I repair now? Can I get you to bail? Apparently not. Oh no, no, they're escaping now. Okay. But we didn't lose. That's the main thing. We did not lose. Oh, another ship's turned up. Dude, you need to get out of there. You don't have a command, so you can be in charge there, but you also need to bail. Oh no. Everyone's turning up, apparently. Ain't no party like a party where everybody dies, apparently. Okay, we've got a national focus finished, so let's switch that up. Rockets could be interesting, to be honest. If we go secret weapons and rocketry, and that sounds like a bit of an odd one, but we could just line up a bunch of rockets and start hitting them, and you know, rockets are designed to be lost as soon as they take off, so no problem there. We're keeping shit together, we're doing quite well. We can add an aircraft designer. Let's add a heavy aircraft designer to deal with the heavy fighter and tactical bomber might be better actually. So there we go, we've opened a medium aircraft manufacturer. And yeah, that's about all we can do right now. We still have 3 dockyards, but not much we can do there. Our stocks of aircraft are being brought back up to, well, not a great level, but certainly better than they were before, and we've completely... Oh, we have... Oh no, I'm not taking an ace out of the heavy fighter squadron. Bollocks, no. The close air support will pull back over southern Norway as well, and they will deal with naval striking and close air support. And we're just going to sit this one out for a while. We'll rebuild our air wings, try and get things back under control on the home front, and then we'll venture out again and give what support we can to our allies, who seem to be getting their butts kicked. So that's reassuring. Our lend-lease to Australia is still going on. We are good for supplies, which is pleasing. And we filled our need of close air support aircraft, that's good. So we're building a bunch to go in reserve now. That means we can get another squadron up in the air once we've got a few. Heavy fighter production is still a weak source. The light tank production line could do with a boost as well. We're still building 2 submarines, apparently. I'm not sure if we could better use those resources, though. Tell you what, let's see what aircraft we have in reserve right now. We have 10 close air support aircraft. About here. Yeah. I want all of them, please. Okay. And your mission, should you choose to accept it, which you will, or you'll be shot as a coward, is close air support on the home front, just in case we get a sneaky invasion on the go. I really don't know now what's going to happen. We are still providing support down here with the Mountaineer Division, and they're not pushing across this expanse of water here, but they do have control over 100% of what we called the Danish mainland. Let's unpause the game and let the ship continue hitting the fan. We have some naval experience. I wonder what we could do with that. Where are you? Maybe they're all in port, actually. I'm pretty sure I told them to go to port, but I don't think they did. No, apparently not. Don't know where they fucked off to, but they've properly done one. I didn't receive a confirmation that they've been sunk or anything. Got some starving Canadian infantrymen hanging out. Okay, that's good for now. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Soviet Union has declared war on Latvia because, you know, they didn't embarrass themselves enough against Finland. I'm going to cancel this close air support production line. And we're going to put this extra factory on Fighter 2, I suppose. I mean, I would like to boost heavy fighter production, but Latvia was annexed. That sucks. Okay, based on that, I mean, there's still an efficiency gain to be made, but at the moment it'll take about a year before we fulfill our need for fighter level 2 aircraft. That said, we're only a few months away still from getting a new factory online. I'm going to use that factory to boost production of heavy fighters because, yeah, they really did distinguish themselves in early air combat. As far as I'm concerned, it seems the ship really is hitting the fan here. Let's see if we can't disrupt things a little bit, maybe. So, tactical bombers, I want them operating here now. Yeah, bombing. These guys don't have the range, that sucks. Can I do a variant of them, I wonder? Am I researching level 2 close air support? No, I'm not. Then in that case, I will create a variant. No, actually I'm going to continue to improve the heavy fighter. Weapon. Oh no, I don't have enough. Damn it. Damn it all. Can I afford this, maybe? No. Okay. Because now we're not gaining any of those points because we're not actually performing operations in combat conditions, although the Luftwaffe are getting very, very close to our territory. In fact, they're in our airspace, so how about no, really? How about no? Where are you assholes? We have reserve aircraft again. I'm just going to leave those in reserve, to be honest. I think we might need some anti-air. Wow, things are not going hugely well. Although we did just shoot down 3. Which is pretty dope. Don't freeze on me, game. Be cool. Vichy France has declared war on France. Deputy Führer Rudolf Hess was arrested by Home Guard soldiers in Scotland yesterday after parachuting from a heavy fighter. Interesting. Well, now we have a problem. We have a very real problem. Because it seems that the war on the ground is pretty much done at this point, and we're coming up to the time where the evacuation from Dunkirk took place, and it'll be a while before we get back into a position to be pushing forward again. That means I need to keep cool and oh, that's a battle that's ongoing. Ah, but here... Oh no, we lost as well. Here, though, we sank a convoy. So nice work, Tashman. You did good, boy. You done good. Our heavy fighter squadron is now back to full strength. That's good. Let's get them doing something again. Because they were so effective last time. Yeah, we'll get them supporting the tactical bomber effort, although that's doing precisely nothing. Call to arms requests from France. Yep. We are in for that party because, to be honest, it'd be stupid not to be. I don't even want to go into the fustercluck that is Africa right now, but it's kicking off everywhere, hence the term World War, obviously. And Japan is making inroads into China. That's all bad news bears. I think we'll just have to let the time run on this one. We are not producing tactical bombers. I know we're not. Strategic bomber research is complete. We chose strategic bomber for a reason, as I recall. So I'm going to stick with it. Naval bomber's nearly done, although we don't really have the production line for that. Let's go on to rocket technology. I presume that means we can now build ourselves... Oh, requires experimental rockets. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. We've given ourselves a massive boost to the research, at least. Can we build more factories, I wonder? Apparently so. So let me queue those up. I'm going to cancel the coastal forts because they're going to take forever to build. The synthetic oil plant, I'll move down one as well. This I'll leave because it's half done, so we might as well let that complete. Concentrated industry research is done. That makes me happy as well. Let's see what we can do here. Concentrated industry 4 perhaps, or advanced machine tools. Let's go for advanced machine tools. Just anything to continue to drive production forward, really. And 29 and 27 days respectively, we will have 2 more research slots open. Slots. You knew what I meant. And we will use that to continue being Norwegian and awesome in new and interesting and innovative ways that make the Germans scared of us. Because they're dorks. Look at them with their stupid yellow planes. Don't get any of that bullshit up in the north. Ridiculous. So we've kind of neglected our northern territories, but to be honest, it's been pretty quiet since, particularly because we know that at this point in history, at least, the Soviet Union had no interest, particularly in marching through Norway. When the game starts to deviate from history is when we have to be particularly careful, and that very much depends on the next year of game time. If we can start making inroads into mainland Europe again as an allied force, then maybe we don't need to worry so much. But if we begin to fall behind in a way that historically we did not, then there's a problem. We can add a political advisor, popular figurehead or democratic report. Yeah, let's make sure the democratic parties stay in charge. I mean, yeah, the fascists are 4% popularity, and I imagine that's just the guy in charge voting for himself, to be honest. So I'm not too worried, but you know, it's good to safeguard things. Wow, we have lost a lot of those heavy fighters. Let's pull you back. Yeah, I think we're done there. Just get this factory done. It's only 51 fighters. I'll give it another day or two and we will have another research slot. We have units ready for deployment. Nice! Guys, nice! Let's deploy you. Yep. And Why is it fighting me? Okay, nice. Denmark has surrendered. That's bad for us. That's very bad for us. They're coming for us next. We know this to be true. I'm gonna do something stupid here and research this ahead of time. We're gonna get it before the others, but it's gonna be a very slow process. But I think it's worth the investment. I think the naval situation is pretty much lost at this point. Why don't we research ourselves? A new light tank? I don't know. What can we do in terms of troops? That's still ahead of time. That's still ahead of time. We could get mechanized infantry, but then that means another line of production, which is a problem. Yeah, let's go for hunt and destroy on the air front, so our close air support aircraft, which are now heavily outdated, can actually have some kind of impact. Those naval bombers are never going to end up in production, so that sucks. Okay, I guess we just have to wait and see now. You will fall under the command of this dude. And there was an armoured... There's an armoured division somewhere. Okay, you on the other hand can go over there. That's probably good. And now we're just beginning to reinforce our home defence divisions, to be honest. Okay, that seems like a good time to leave it. Thanks very much for joining me, guys. Hope you're having a great weekend, and I will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.